Hey everybody, welcome back to Stardew Valley, my True Perfection in 2 Years series. It is midsummer year 1. I roll out of bed and take care of my chores. Gotta get those mushrooms. And I'm going to harvest the summer seeds and plant some more. And then I head over to the town to visit Clint. Yeah, pick up that steel axe. That'll make cutting trees much easier. And I'm going to give him my pickaxe to upgrade. And since my pickaxe is with Clint, I'll just spend a lot of time cutting down trees. I won't be able to do much mining for a couple of days. Or I won't be able to do any mining for a couple of days. And then we head into the secret forest, making sure to pick up some fiddlehead ferns. We're going to need that for the community center and cooking. And here I am organizing a gifting bin. So I'm just putting a bunch of items into the bin that will be gifts for when I'm becoming friends with everybody. And that is day 16. Looking good in summer of year 1. Alright, on day 17, I'm heading over to Robin's after doing chores. At Robin's, I will move some buildings. Barn is not where I had originally wanted it, and also that is not where I had wanted it either, but I just needed to kind of get it out of the way. What I'm really looking to do this summer is to get my barn upgraded all the way and get some animals and hopefully get the coop upgraded all the way as well and get animals in that. Then I just head over to the mountain lake to fish and find artifacts. I went up to the train area and cleared it out, but I couldn't get rid of those rocks because I didn't have my pickaxe. And I planted a bunch of seeds so that I could have extra wood, chop down extra trees. I'm going to need a lot of wood. And that took up all that day. Good night, Cheesecake. Oh, I must have already pet him. It is a blueberry day! It is super satisfying to pick those blueberries. I love the way they look, actually, when they're ready to be harvested, because I just love that blue. But we need them all, so they must go. Wow. That is great. Alright, head over to Pierre. And we're going to sell all the extras. I think I mentioned this before, but I did hang on to some. And here I am going to purchase the whole vault. So that'll fix up the vault room and we will get to be able to go to the desert. Now I don't particularly need to do the desert stuff right away, but it is good to have the community center done and have these rooms finished, so I did want to work on that anyway. Plus also you get really good rewards for doing the vault bundles. Pick up that axe because it is done. And yes, my tools do have to go in a certain spot. Here I am eating some trout soup and going fishing, hoping to catch the pufferfish. I lost some footage, and I, in that afternoon, had actually caught the crimson fish. So there's the proof of my crimson fish and the Dorado. I'd also caught that as well. It's unfortunate that I missed that footage, but I think this is really the most footage that was lost anyway. So there's the crimson fish, can only be caught in summer, it's one of the legendaries. And the Dorado, which isn't a legendary, but it is a harder fish to catch. And it is important that I head into the secret woods quite a bit at the beginning here. Get that hardwood, get the fiddlehead ferns, and also to catch the wood skip. And, you know, treasure chests are good too. Oh, it feels good to be able to finally clear that out completely. And the bus is fixed. Yay! So we can head out to the desert at some point. And always pick the artisan. I mean, you don't have to, but I like to pick the artisan profession because we're going to really need that to make a lot of money. After chores, I head over to Robin. I wanted to upgrade my barn, but I didn't have enough wood. So then I just spent a little bit of money buying more wood. And then I accidentally spent too much money buying the wood. So that was annoying. Really didn't pay attention there. Hey, does anybody ever build the slime hutch? I think I've built it once, and I don't even know if I really used it. Okay, so I didn't have enough money for the barn, so I went for the coop instead. It doesn't really matter in the grand scheme of things. I just need to make sure that they're both pretty well done by the end of summer, and that the pigs are good to go pretty quick. Then I did a bunch of fishing, catch sturgeon. I'm gonna need 2 sturgeon, one for the community center, and one for a pond to make caviar. Caviar is actually for the theater, which I didn't plan to build, but I am trying to make sure that I've got bases covered, so I'm getting all the items that I need. And there's the other sturgeon. And while I was at Robin's, I bought the calendar and the workstation, and it'll make things a lot easier for me, so I will every morning check the calendar as I check TV and such. Then I went down to the mines and yeah, just looking for a bunch of ore and killing monsters for the monster slaying goals. It is time to head home. I got my topaz. Topaz you get almost every day in the crystallarium, and it is a loved gift by multiple people. So I like to have that going quick as fast as possible to build up a bunch of topaz for gifting. I'm laying down some paths. I like the way it looks. It's not necessary for the run, but I do kind of want to map things out, so I am just working on that a little bit and getting things like kind of beautified and organized. And you can see now how things are gonna look coming up, because in fall I'm gonna have a lot of crops. I just headed over to Clint's to buy some coal so I can make more sprinklers. I have to do more smelting. And then I needed to buy some more spangle seeds. They are Caroline's favorite, so I wanted to make sure that I grew a bunch of gold star spangles. Yeah, go ahead and plant them. Keep on those bars. And also I decided to fertilize my oak trees so I can get that oak resin going quickly. Need a few more tree fertilizers. There we go. And then I needed to clear out the farm a little bit. Eventually that whole area will be cleared out, and I do believe the barn will go in there. Barn animals. And other things. So that is the last of the sprinkler spots. So I have that all mapped out now. Make sure you pet your doggy. Alright, so it's the 21st. I did my chores and then I went down to the mine to farm for some gold ore and monster slaying. It is going well with the monster slaying. At this point I felt pretty good about what I needed to kill and how much of it I needed to do. I will check up on that periodically to make sure that I'm on the right track. And make sure I watch the Queen of Sauce before bed, even though I did watch it in the morning. I'm kind of paranoid about that so I don't miss it. Going into week number 4. A bunch of resin and crops are ready to go. We gotta start stockpiling that resin because kegs are gonna be our lifeline. So I got a bunch of tappers and I started plopping those onto the trees. Gonna build some more and get those on, and then it's blueberry picking time. And the other crops. And I plant some radishes. Do some more chores. And then I decided to do a community center run. I'm just grabbing some of the fish that I'm going to need for that, and a few other items like the resin. Alright, so we're turning in those things. Getting really close on quite a few of these bundles. That one needs a lot of work, but we'll get there. Yeah, we're getting close here. Just need a couple of fish in fall. I headed over to Robin to buy some wood. A lot of wood, because I finally got the barn upgrade. There we go, that's great news. And then I went into Marlin, and just to give you a look at what my monster eradication goals looks like. So we're getting close on quite a few of these things. The bats are pretty close, the dust sprites. That's great because we're going to need that burglar ring. And then I head back into the mine to work on that farming ore, farming monsters. There we go, I found a level that's overrun, so that's great. Looking for those dust sprites. Ooh, yeah. That was a lot. And then since I found that level 62 is a overrun level, you can just leave and come back to 62 and it'll be overrun again, and so there'll be a guaranteed bunch of monsters on that level every time. So I'm going to do that over and over and over. And it is not the most glamorous part of the game. Not that it's bad, I don't mind doing it, but it is a bit repetitive. Give Cheesecake a hug goodnight. So we have more of the summer seeds ready, and then I'm planting wheat. I will explain the wheat in a moment. I made some extra summer seeds and I sold those, and then I'm going to buy a whole bunch of wheat. So if you plant wheat and you time it right, you can make it so that they're ready before the season changes over or as the season changes over. And wheat also grows in fall. So if it's ready on the first day of fall, you can harvest it. I will show you when that happens, what I mean by this. So I just went back to the farm to get things planted and to get things hoed, and then I'm also working on smelting bars. So I'm just going to kind of do this back and forth. I'm going to hoe land, plant seeds, put sprinklers down. When I hear that the furnaces are finished, I'll run over there and do more bars. And yeah, this is just going to go on because that whole area needs to be covered. And then with a little bit of time left, we just go do a little bit of mining. Wasn't much, but it helps. It all helps. Gotta be doing something at every moment. After my chores, I went to town. Got some more coal. Need to do some more smelting. And then back to the mines to get more ore. Looks like I am working on gold ore. It's a pretty good haul. You may have noticed sometimes I just leave and come back, and that's just because for time's sake, if gold is just a little bit too far away, it might be easier to just leave and come back and see if it spawned closer. so I don't always grab them when the node is pretty far away. Also, I was looking for specific monsters too. Alright, and back to hoeing and planting. And smelting. Hoeing and planting and smelting, and that is my life currently in the game. But it is really fun watching me plant on high speed. I pick Prospector to find double coal. We're getting so close to the end of summer. Bunch of melons are done. Those are satisfying to pick too. So I go back to Pierre and I need to get more wheat. Because like I said, I need that entire field covered. And then I bought a bunch of radish. So with the radish seeds, I knew that some of my crops weren't going to be done in time to plant wheat to be ready for the next season. So I then just decided, oh, I'll just buy a cheap crop and I'll just let it die. And then I went to Robin's and got some wood, and I'm trying to upgrade my coop. Yeah, there we go, big coop. Go back to the farm and grab a few items for gifting to put in the gifting bin. So yeah, when I start to gift the townsfolk to make friends, I'll just have everything in a separate bin, and I know not to sell the stuff that is in that bin because that is just for the villagers. So I try to find gold quality gifting items. The loved gifts will give you more friendship points, and if it's a higher quality like gold or iridium, you'll get more points yet. So it's like a multiplier on those items. So I'm really trying to collect a lot of gold items for the people, for the townsfolk. And then it's just like back to planting and watering and seeding for the wheat plants. And smelting at the same time. Make a bunch of sprinklers. That's really all I had time for because I wanted things to be done evenly. Alright, on Friday the 26th of summer, it is a blueberry day again. That beautiful blue color. And some melons. We don't need to watch the entire blueberry harvest. As satisfying as it is, we don't need to watch the whole thing. So now I'm planting those radishes, like I said. The wheat wouldn't be done in time, so the whole field isn't going to be wheat. The rest of it now will be radish. And I'll just let that go into fall and die. That is intended. I am very purposely doing it this way. And it's nice that it's raining, because then I don't have to water anything, and that's fantastic. Let's get these trees out of the way so they don't interfere with those crops. And then I just needed to go back to Pierre to buy the last of the radish seeds that I will need to complete that field. And then I headed into town to go talk to Clint. Hey, what's up? I need to buy some more coal. More coal, please. It's very expensive, but that's okay. Like I said, I had a budget for the game, but the budget did allow for things like that, where if I couldn't get to the mine to get more coal, then I could go to Clint to get coal. Here I am buying animals for my big barn. Actually, it's the deluxe barn. So the deluxe barn, you don't have to feed the animals because it's auto feeders. Love it. Love that. Probably one of the things that I dislike the most about this game is going into the barn or coop and feeding the animals. I don't know why, it's just a tedious task to me. So it's nice that it's upgraded all the way and I don't have to do that. So I am just finishing up the field. Just those 5 spots there, and then that is it. I'm missing some sprinklers, but those should be done in a day or two. And at this point, it doesn't matter if the radishes get watered, because I'm just gonna let them die anyway. And after clearing out the farm, I kiss my puppy and I go to sleep. Day 27, we are almost finished. We got some batteries, which is so fantastic. We're gonna need that. Make those iridium sprinklers, or for the boat to get to Ginger Island. I'm putting down grass and putting lightning rods on it, and if you've played Stardew quite a bit, you probably know this trick already, that when you put the lightning rod on the grass, the animals can't eat that grass, but it continues to spread from that point. So you will always have a source of grass if you set it up like that. Or like a fence would work too, I think. And then we're going to make a little bit more jelly. Jelly is a pretty good source of income for us right now, besides the blueberries, obviously. And then I just needed some trees, but there were only a few left, so I will just take those few. But the rest of them are coming along. Looks like they could be reaching maturity pretty quick. And then I head into the mine. Stare at the numbers for a second. And then go in and I start farming for rocks and ore and bugs. And just killing everything in sight. And then off to bed. And this is almost it. This is the last day. The 28th. It's the moonlight jellies tonight. I am not going to harvest that wheat. It's very important that I do not harvest that wheat. And even that one spot where the blueberry died, not going to harvest that either. But I am going to put up some hardwood fences. Wow, it looks nice. It's starting to come along beautifully. Put some torches on that fence. Nice. Head into Clint's to open some geodes because they were really starting to pile up. And this is kind of the same thing that I'll do as I did before, where I just head into Clint, open a bunch of geodes, turn them in at the museum, take a look at the rewards, but then probably not take any because most of them are lame, and then head back into Clint's to open some more geodes. And when I find my inventory is kind of full, sometimes I just pop into his shop and sell them to him too, because he will buy them right there on the spot. Yep, just like that. Back and forth, and then we head into the community center to finish that bundle and just kind of take a little look around. We're getting there. It's coming along. And then I decided to go back to the mines. Spend a bunch of time in the mines. So the ore that I'm gathering now will also be smelted, and then I do believe I am going to start turning things into kegs. And then it is time for the Moonlight Jelly Festival. It's so cute, and it has really amazing music. Hello, Caroline. Just popping in to say hi. That's all. The seafoam pudding, I like really contemplated that because +4 to fishing, that would really help with the legendary fish. I didn't get it because it was kind of expensive, and also I can get them without the help, so, or without that much help anyway. So then I just head over to Lewis and get it started because I actually just really don't need to talk to anybody. And please enjoy the Dance of the Moonlight Jellies Festival. And there's the special one. It's a beautiful color teal, and it's coming up to me like I'm chosen, like it knows I'm going to achieve true perfection in 2 years. My good luck charm. Or maybe I smell good, I don't know. Or maybe I smell bad. That's the end of the festival, and I head home. The glow of summer has faded now, and the moonlight jellies carry on toward the great unknown. When I get home, I check my inventory, and I'm like, okay, wait, what? Is that an ancient seed? When did that happen? And honestly, I mean, I watched the playback in faster speed, but I don't remember getting it. And I didn't see it in the playback either. So, I don't know, but I have it, and that's great, because we need it. We need it really bad. And that wraps up summer of year 1, and things are going really good. And thank you all for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!